Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Folks, I got a special one for y'all today. I'm honored and blessed to have these two gentlemen on here today. But before I introduce them, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the show, Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. When life hits hard, the law firm of Natalie Lopez is who you want in your corner. This law firm practices in criminal defense litigation across South Florida. Call her at 954-888-8833 and follow her on Instagram at nat.guilty. That's nat.guilty. Follow her on Instagram. Prepare to conquer your case. Both of these men that I have here are looking to conquer the 135-pound division of the BKFC. This is a fight we've been waiting for months. I didn't know when we would get it, but I'm happy we're finally going to get it. It's going to be a treat for all of the BKFC. We're going to crown a new 135 bantamweight champion here at the Hard Rock on December 5th. I got Justin Joyboy Ibarrola and Royal Ryan Reber in the building. Gentlemen, thank you for jumping on board. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this fun right here, and I'm gonna ask y'all a series of questions. There's a little feedback on I think yours, Ryan.
What's that?
There's a little bit of feedback that I'm hearing myself. I don't know if you can hear it as well.
No, I can't hear
No,
it.
Justin, do you hear it? Do you hear any feedback from
Yeah,
me?
it's buzzing in the back a little bit.
It's like busting and coming back. I don't know what it is. But
Let me get up a walk down here. I'm outside, man. I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now looking for Justin. I can't find him.
Oh shit, that's where I'm training too.
Yep, I'm pulling up today. We're gonna get some fucking work in.
Oh, you're in Fort Lauderdale, man. That's dope, man. I live in Pompano, so not too far, bro. But yo, fellas, man, this fight. Let's start off. Justin, you last fought in July. Ryan, you fought in May in Clearwater. When did you guys hear about this? I mean, you guys have been talking back and forth to each other, but when did the BKFC finally come to each one of you to say this is the fight that we're going to make, that we want to make? Because at first they're talking about a tournament, which I thought was insane. When did they first come to you guys about it?
I mean, I was told this fight might happen, like uh late April maybe. I was told I was actually told I had to fight in July against Roberto, to set myself up for that title fight in December against Ryan.
And what about you, Ryan? Because I know you had your fight in Clearwater.
Yeah, I mean, I think the speculation kind of formed around that fight in Clearwater. I don't remember. Was Blas stripped then? I don't remember.
He had not been yet.
Okay, so yeah, probably right around then.
Ryan? What have you been doing? I mean, it's going to be 7 months. I know you typically fight more often. I mean, how has it been for the last 7 months for you getting ready and wondering when you're going to have a fight?
Man, I just been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, smoking weed, fucking playing video games, not training at all.
We all know that's bullshit. the not training, at least the non-training part. Justin, man, you got a busy week ahead of you. You got a real busy week ahead of you. I mean, folks who don't know that Justin Ibarrola is about to have a baby. Well, not him, but his significant other. He's due this week. I mean, talk about preparing for the fight of your life against a great opponent while dealing with all these other things involving, childbirth.
Bro, I'm a fucking gamer, It's like if my life ain't hectic, I don't want no piece of it. Like this is what fuels me, honestly. At first, everyone's initial thought is, I know there's word going around like, oh, there's no way Justin's fighting for the title because he's having a baby. I heard he's having a baby. I know there's been words going around, but I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. It's a part of life, bro. I work my daily job. I've been taking care of, my pregnant girlfriend, and I mean it's life. I'm not gonna not continue and move forward just because a little life is happening, you know? Like I'm not lazy. Like I said, I'm a game guy. Like I'm gonna fight. I like to fight for those challenges, you know. So when you guys see me walk out with crazy shoes or like crazy fits, you know, it's to show people that I do crazy shit and I can still whoop your ass. I can still beat you. Like it's gonna take a lot more than you training than to beat me. You know, I could win fights with fucked up cowboy boots on my feet. I could win fights with finding out I'm having a baby the night before a fight in the middle of the hospital till 2 a.m. You know, like you guys don't know what's going back here, but I fight under any fucking circumstance. It doesn't matter because when I'm in the ring, it's showtime. I live for the fucking crowd. I live for the lights. Not, I fight better with a crowd. Some people fight better in the gym. I get my ass beat in the gym. That's where I do all my losing. That's where I get all my losses. You know, I win in the fucking ring in front of that crowd.
Ryan, what are your thoughts on Justin's having a baby and trying to steal his dream from him, and 2 weeks after having a kid or 3 weeks after having a kid? What are your thoughts to that?
I mean, to be honest, bro, I would lie. I'd sit here and lie if I didn't say I had the utmost respect for that shit. You know, I told him straight the fuck up. I appreciate you signing the motherfucking contract. You know what I'm saying? Because I got motherfucking 5 kids, so I know the struggle and I know how that shit goes. And, um,
No
my
excuses.
3-year-old was being born in the start of my fucking career. You know what I mean? So I had to deal with the sleepless nights and the bullshit. And just like he said, what there's always something fucking going on, whether it's an injury, an obstacle, something bad happened, and it's like, he may have to deal with this here in the next fucking 16 years from now. You know what I had to deal with my 16-year-old sneaking fucking boys in the house right before I had to fight Travis. You know what I'm saying? So hey, what was it? It was Father's Day. I said, hey, happy Father's Day, Dad. I had to smack the fuck out of my daughter's little 14-year-old boyfriend for catching him in my goddamn house at 9 in the morning. You know what I mean? And guess what I did? I took that shit out on Travis, bro. I didn't make any fucking excuses like, well, I can't show up. You know, do I think Justin's going to show up? Fuck yeah, he's going to show up. He's undefeated. He's got fucking the world on his shoulders, but fucking so do I. You know, we're not going to sit here and make excuses. We're going to go out there and we're going to fucking put on a show and we're going to be the entertainers that we are and we're going to fucking perform. And, I look forward to it, man.
Talk about the fact that Ryan. Talk about the fact that you were in this position last year, September. You fought, the former BKFC champ Alberto Blas. It didn't go your way, and being this opportunity again, 15 months later, and I mean, what go? How are you coming into this? I mean, did you learn anything from that experience? Maybe
Oh,
just
I
of the
mean,
moment, and now this moment obviously is on a humongous card. I mean, this card is
oh, this is
massive.
in my opinion, the most stacked card of the year. I mean, how could you not? I mean, from the prelims to the end of the fights, like you got fucking bangers, bro. Absolute bangers, man. So, I'm absolutely honored, and my hard work has got me here once again to be in this situation. And I like this obviously matchup a lot better than the Blas matchup. Because I feel like me and Justin Styles are tailor made for a great fight. You know what I'm saying? He's not fucking knocking everybody out in the first round. I'm not knocking everybody out in the first round. We're both very technical game fighters, so it's gonna make for an exciting fucking fight, man. And I'm really looking forward to the matchup just as well as I know he is, man. And like I said before, man, it's never no bad blood or animosity. I always move with gratitude and integrity and a great heart and good intentions, bro. That doesn't mean we ain't gonna go out there and beat the absolute shit out of each other, man. I don't care about none of that. I don't feel like I gotta come on the podcast or throw little cheap shots at him and shit like that. He talks a little shit and I have to fucking counter back from that. I'll counter back from it. But other than that, man, like it's never how I moved in this game, man. I always moved with genuine intentions, and that's the way I'm gonna continue to fucking move, man.
Yeah, you guys have a very sweet relationship. It seems like y'all are brothers, like y'all you're friendly. Whereas other fights you sometimes see like real bad blood between fighters, and the stuff gets rather personal. I mean, I'm trying to get y'all to be personal, but talk about
Yeah,
what you
no,
see.
and like I said, I'm not the type of guy who's gonna come on here and fabricate a beef. I can sit here and counter what he's gonna say or say what I gotta say, but I don't have to sit here and fucking be like, oh, I'm fucking way better than you. Oh, I'm gonna fucking knock you out in the first round. Do I want to knock him out in the first round? Fuck yeah, I do. That's gonna
Absolutely.
solidify me. You know what I'm saying? But let's just be logical here. You know what I'm saying? Who's knocked him out in the fucking first round? Nobody. And we fought a
Nobody.
lot of the same opponents. Um, and I think we both handled all those opponents pretty much equally the same. I think he got rid of Prez a little quicker than I did, but I beat the Prez up a little worse than he did. You know what I'm saying? So he fucking beat up Rick the same way I beat up Rick. I broke his fucking skull. He knocked him out. Then you look at who else? That was pretty much the same two guys that we both fought together. You know what I mean? But like I said, the build up for this is just it builds it up even more, man. It builds it up even more. And I mean, the only thing that Justin's got to worry about is that he crossed his T's and dotted his I's like I did in this training camp. What I learned, what you asked me earlier, what did I learn from the Blas fight? Everything, man, everything. And how to move, how not to move, things to do, not to do behind closed doors. The way to train, the way to cut weight, everything, man. You know what I mean? That you only learn from experience. So, you know,
Uh,
like I said, I'm eager, man.
Justin, so what do you see from the different all the fights that you've seen? Obviously, you guys study film on each other, I'm sure. Or I presume you do. What do you see when you look at Reber's style and how you can approach a fight like this? I mean, you guys are both very technical, um, and but you get into bangers. I mean, the fight with Armas. I mean, I thought you clearly won the fight. I told you, off camera. Thought you made it harder than it needed to be.
Uh huh.
How do you learn from situations like that, where even when you watched it back, did you think you made it harder than it needed to be for you? And how do you take those experiences into a fight like this on a higher level opponent like Ryan?
Yeah, for sure. Like the Roberto fight, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I told BKFC uh, after Abdio, I was like, I don't want to fight again until the end of the year. And I really didn't plan on it because I knew I was having a baby. I kind of wanted to get my life together and take that time from March till December off to really kind of just dial down and be present with a lot more things. So honestly, when I fought Roberto, and no excuses, I felt like I did everything I needed to do to win. Could I have put more pressure? Yes, I was down dancing around in there more than I should have. I wasn't being I wasn't putting the pressure I should have. I was mostly focused on just, hey, make this guy miss and tap him up a couple times to the end of the fight. Like I didn't plan on knocking him out, none of that. I was just like, I know I can win an easy fight. Anytime I go in with any of those guys, I know I can go 5 rounds easy just by sticking and moving the entire time. Sticking and moving, sticking and moving. These guys aren't quick enough to hit me when I'm reactive, when I'm constantly in motion, stepping in and out. These guys can't hit me. They start falling over their feet. Their ankles start buckling up. They start swinging desperate punches. That's kind of the style. It's not about what I'm physically doing in my fights. It's about what I'm able to get you to do in my favor. So I reverse engineer my style of fighting. I don't think one way on just how I do. I think more so what can I get my opponent to do that's gonna set me up for that shot that I want to land. So I think that's just what makes me different from everybody else. I think everyone has that one direction style of fighting, and that's go in there, hit them, try not to get hit them back, try to make a miss, hit them back, and I do the opposite. I set you up. I make you miss. I create the opportunities. I don't wait on them. I'm feinting. I'm moving. I'm getting you to throw your right hand. I'm getting you to throw your jab, so I could try to counter. I get you to lag in your movements. I get you to hesitate more. I get you to fucking cross your feet. I get you to step in the direction that I want you to step. That's what I'm thinking in my fights, and I don't think anyone thinks that way as far as like who's in front of me in the division. So, you know, I'm completely aware that any of these guys have the ability and power to knock me out if they land a punch. And that's what keeps me on my toes, man. That's what keeps me, constantly moving and constantly staying smart. I use my brains more than my physicality in the ring. So, it's never I could have lost any of my last 8 fights to any of those guys, honestly, if they just landed the right punch. But I just think so I think more logically than a lot of these guys, which is what's keeping me safe.
Ryan, what's your response to that? I mean, you had your fight against Guyman, where I was at the fight in Clearwater, and Yeah, I thought you controlled the fight, but maybe made it a little harder on yourself than it needed to be because I thought
I mean, and it's
you
the
kind of
same
made it
thing
a
with like
yeah. What's your
it's
response to that for
it's
yourself?
the same thing with what he said. You know what I mean? Like after coming off of a fucking hellacious loss that I did, having the pressure of being literally 5 minutes from my house, selling 20K in tickets. Having everybody there, witnessing, watching. I was a little rusty. I come out and I got unnecessarily touched. But then again, it was necessary to know that I can take a punch, that I can handle the adversity again, that I can bounce back and end up closing the show. So, um, you know, it's it's like he kind of said, man. I'm a more of a mental guy as well. You know what I'm saying? We're not just out here beating people with our skills. So that's why I feel like you guys are gonna be in for an absolute fucking treat because we're gonna be out there trying to fucking not only really beat the shit out of each other, but really out out outwork each other's minds. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's gonna be. That's just where it's gonna be fucking sweet, man. And look, I'm sure he can't wait, and I can't wait to go out there and fucking show everything that I've been working on and all the high level guys. One thing I trained in this camp that I've had in a lot of camps is I'm working with a really high level gym, and him able to call up guys on demand. Like he called up the dedication from Miami a couple weeks ago, had him drive all the way up from fucking Miami and give me 10 rounds. And that kid's an absolute stud. So I went 10 with him, and then a couple days later, I had another big prospect by the name of Chino. He gave me another 8 rounds. And I'm just getting a lot of high level work. So it's putting you in that situation. And I'm also getting up at an earlier time to go do this stuff. And I don't like getting up in the morning, man. My job's never fucking hadn't required me to be up in the morning. So I've always never been up in the morning. So I'm doing things different. I'm taking it a lot more serious. And, that's going to be the difference, man. Making myself uncomfortable, putting myself in uncomfortable situations because that's what this is all about, man. It's learning how to be uncomfortable and dealing with it and overcoming it. And like I said, man, I'm just super excited for the opportunity again and looking to showcase everything I've been working on.
You, you guys are fighting at the Hard Rock. I don't think there's a better spot to fight at in BKFC than the Hard Rock, at least in my opinion. And I've watched these other fights, and they're exciting and all, but there's a certain energy that the Hard Rock brings, and with a card of this magnitude, what are your thoughts? First, I'll start with you, Ryan. What are your thoughts of fighting at the Hard Rock again? The crowd. I mean, I'm already seeing that they're posting Ticketmaster stuff where there's almost no tickets available on Ticketmaster. I know fighters sell tickets, but the energy that the Hard Rock brings in comparison to other locations that you have fought in.
Oh, I mean, I was literally just talking about this last night to, everybody that I was networking and selling tickets to. I said, this is the best venue. I said, you name a better venue besides MGM Grand or, the obviously, New York, Madison Square Garden, like the big shows like that. But I mean, Justin and I both know, and you know as well, that every one of these BKFC fighters begs to be on these cards. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a fucking waiting list to get on these cards that and me and Justin are doing it. People can hate all the fucking want. You know what I'm saying? They could say what they, oh well, he ain't fought nobody, or they ain't doing this, or they're not high level. Hey, fuck around and find out is all I gotta fucking say. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody, one person's beat me, nobody's beat him. And we're running fucking Miami. I ain't even from down here, man. I'm looking to fucking uh, double my ticket sales. I know he does great in ticket sales. We're both marketable. Look, no matter what fucking happens, we're always gonna have a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? We are the fucking show. We are the 135 fucking division. And to do it at the Hard Rock, it just it puts the fucking icing on the cake, man. And I will stop at nothing to make sure that you know it's we win the crowd. And most importantly, I don't give a fuck about winning or losing. It's about you know the fans, the crowd, and the energy. And then the real glory comes from that. You know what I mean? I never gave a fuck about winning or losing. It just I always cared more about entertaining the fucking crowd, man, and winning them over, man, and always solidifying myself and having great fights, man. And the more hard work I put in, the more mental work I put in, and the more great gratitude and integrity I put out there, I will reap the fucking reward. So I just kind of just move the way that I move and let everything else work itself out as long as I'm doing the right things behind closed doors. And when I wasn't, you guys seen the outcome. Because no matter what Justin says, no matter what I say, you will be exposed underneath those fucking lights come December 5th if your T's are not crossed and your I's are not dotted. So therefore, there is no gang of shit that I need to talk. There is no fucking head games I need to play with him. There is no posts that I need to post. I've been in shape. I've been ready for this. I've been training for this. I knew what was potentially on the fucking table, especially when Blas left. I got that phone call, you know, oh, we're going to run a tournament. And just like you said earlier, I said, no, we're not. I said, what makes you think I'm running a fucking tournament with a dangerous ass guy that's 1-0 in the division, or a guy that's, like Keith? Well, I don't know what his record is, but I know he's got 2 losses. And then another guy like, Nate Manis. I don't give a fuck what you were doing in MMA. That don't mean you come over to our sport and think that you get an immediate title shot. And I know Justin felt the same way. You guys aren't fucking coming into this when we bled and fucking worked from this. You've seen his face after fights. You've seen my face after fights. We ain't running from shit. We getting licked and fucking giving it back. You know what I mean? So I don't look at Justin like he's some sort of fucking pussy. I just look at to go out there and try to fucking conquer him. It's not even about conquering him. It's more or less conquering my fucking self. And it leads me to this real quick, and then I'll end it. People ask me what my fucking why is all the time. Why do you do this? Do you think I do this for the money? Fuck no, because we ain't making that type of money that we should be making. I do this because it keeps me fucking balanced and it keeps me on my A game. In order to perform at a high fucking level, you must move with great gratitude and integrity. You must eat correctly. You must think correctly. Everything you do has to be very high level. The way you live your life has to be high level in order to be successful in this. And it's the most challenging thing, because if it wasn't, guess what? Everybody would be fucking doing it and everybody would be fighting at a high level, but they can't. So there is something different and there is something special about us, because he ran it all the way to the top. I ran it all the way to the top. And here we are, man. So obviously we doing something right behind closed doors, man. And that is what drives me, and that's why I do this, man. Because I'm constantly trying to evolve. It's all about evolution, man. And I'm still nowhere near where I feel like I need to be. And every time I step in there, it's one step better, one step better, one step better. And I've still yet to show my true potential, and I'm sure he feels the same fucking way. So, that's my why, and that's why I do this, man.
Justin, talking about fighting at the Hard Rock, you have fought at the Hard Rock pretty much every fight, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, talk about again the environment of the Hard Rock when you walk out. Actually, first you're walking into the ring, but then when you walk out of the Hard Rock and you're walking into this party like casino on top of that, it to me it's different, because I've been to fights at the Casay. I've been to events. I've been to Vegas, the T-Mobile. I mean, for UFC fights, and Chicago for UFC fights, and Houston and Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa. I've been all over for these different types of fights. I've never felt an energy walking out of a building the way I feel it when I walk out of a BKFC event at the Hard Rock. What do you say to that performing at this event, this venue, and even to what Ryan was talking about as well?
Yeah, I mean, Hard Rock's like my second home, man. There's nowhere, obviously I've fought there all of my fights but one. So I mean, it's like it's just a
You
natural
fought at
environment for you. So it's hard to say, how I feel, because it's so natural to me just being there. I mean, in short, it's just an amazing venue. Like I said in the beginning, like I feed off the crowd. I feed off the production. Like, I feed off the light shining down on me. Like, I just feel like a fucking superstar. I feel like a fucking hero of the story, and that's what amps me up to fight there. Like, it's really just the environment. Like the fight that I did have that wasn't at the Hard Rock, it was cool, but the environment was just completely different. Like, I just felt like I just showed up for another sparring match when I fought at a different venue. So I mean, they really make that place feel like you're fucking a rock star, honestly. So
100%.
What is your why?
my why, man, I got a ton of whys. Why I started, why I keep going, why I'm doing this. Honestly, at this point right now, my biggest why is like financially. Like honestly, I think I'm hitting that. I think I'm there at the peak. I do fight for money. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people don't
That's where
like
you
to.
fucked up, boy.
I do. I know a lot of people don't like to admit it. I know a lot of people don't like to admit it, but I do fight for money. And
I mean, yeah, let's not
if
bullshit it. You know,
if
the money
this
is the tool, man,
One
for
hundred
sure.
percent.
But
If this platform wasn't paying, you wouldn't be seeing me. So, and you wouldn't be seeing me more if if my pay wasn't going up. So my pay is going up because you see me here about to be 9 times, um, and I'm hitting a level of like in my career where if I just keep on fucking winning, um, I will be the face of this company. I will be the superstar. I will be uh that legend, that Mike Tyson, that Muhammad Ali, that Conor McGregor, that Floyd Mayweather. I will be that person of this fucking company. And to do that, you know, I don't fear losing at all, but in order to hit that pinnacle, I have to stay undefeated. I have to prove that I'm not just some mediocre fighter on the roster. And like I said in our past interviews, the last face off I did with Ryan, like, you know, I have nothing in me to continue if I do lose a fight like this. Honestly, there's no reason for me to continue like that. Like, it's do or die for me. Like, I want to continue to win, and if I don't, it just tells me that I can go 100% into something. I can give it my all. I can spend every single fucking dollar I own to get the right amount of training. And I can just do everything 100% real. And to lose doing all that, it's a life that's just not meant for me because I take this shit serious. So I'm not afraid, to give this life up if it's not meant for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's only motivation for me to fucking keep winning because I hate losing for one, and to reach that stardom status that I'm looking for, I need to stay undefeated, and that's just what's in my head. So, you know, um, I fight to be the most recognized. I fight to get paid. And obviously I want to prove that I'm the best. And you know, I'd even ask for this title fight. Honestly, like I would have fought Ryan even if it wasn't for the title. Even if they didn't offer it for this December fight, I still would have fought him without the title because the title it's not something I was always gunning for. It was financial freedom. It was the presence. It was that stardom that I was looking for. Um, the only reason why people really fight to be the best and be the champion is to get a bigger paycheck, of course. But I'm making, we won't discuss what I'm making, but I'm making enough to fulfill my championship legacy. You know, there's more to it. I think of myself as a champion already. I don't need that belt to define me. It's just an extra perk. So like I said, this is a do or die moment for me. I'm not here to fucking lose. Because the moment I lose, especially to a fight like this where I know I could dominate, it tells me it's not meant for me and I'm gonna fucking figure something else out. Honestly, I'm not here to be, you know, a gatekeeper. I'm not here to be the guy with a couple losses who people have to fight in order to fight for the championship. I'm here to fucking be on top of the world. And if I lose this fight, my ratings go completely down. And at that point, it doesn't matter to me anymore.
I know you don't ever plan on losing a fight, but wouldn't this fight be a rematch fight regardless, in my opinion? I don't think there's anyone else in y'all division right now that
The only
I
the
mean,
only way
I think it would just depend on how close it was.
Yeah, yeah. The only way I would see myself um I don't know. I lost my train of thought. What I was really trying to say is, like going forward, if I'm gonna continue to keep this profession going, I need bigger fights. I need bigger fights. It's never been about who I was fighting. It's about going back to why I'm so caught up on the money and the stardom. It's like that's you need bigger fights to make more, to be more exciting. I don't want to keep. Me and Ryan are both eight fights deep. Like he was saying earlier, I'm not fighting someone who's 2-0, 3-0, who knocked out all his opponents in the first round and got some hype because of that. Like what builds a good fight are guys who are coming up in the roster and beating the same guys and proving that they are the, you know, the top 1%. of in the division. So when I look at a guy like Nate, who's what 2-0, 3-0 right now, but you know, and yeah, he has his UFC background, whatever. That doesn't mean shit to me. Like I want him to have 6, 7, 8 fights just like me, if we're gonna make a big mega title fight out of it. You know?
Okay, I'm gonna put y'all both in the spot right here. So, what do you say to the stuff of bringing these UFC fighters over to try to take the shine off of the born and bred BKFC guys, the guys who came up through the BKFC? This is both for both of y'all because I'm looking at the rankings right now. They could legitimately run a best of 7 tournament with y'all. I mean,
Bring it.
seriously,
Honestly, bring
because
honestly like
these other 3 guys after y'all have a combined
I,
combined
that's
like 10 fights total.
right, right. That's the crazy
and
thing. But for me, I say bring those guys. I say bring those UFC fighters. I don't think they should be rushing their career in BKFC just because of the name that they had before. They should still have, build up some fights before gunning straight for the title shot or for the best person. But I would say like, if anyone had at least 5 fights or more, those are guys that I want to fight. Whether you're a UFC superstar or if you've been bred with the company. But for me, like, I want to fight. Um, um, what's his name, Bexog or whatever. I want to fight that guy because he's known from the content or tough. The Ultimate Fighter. And I want to fight Nate because he's known from the UFC. I want to fight what's his name? The boxer. Fuck, why do I keep forgetting his name? Uh, uh
Herring,
Jamel
Jamal,
Herring. I want to fight
Jamal.
him, but I don't. He doesn't need to be fighting me 0-0 for the title. He needs to get a couple fights, and then we could fight. I want to fight guys like Cody Garbrandt, and the only reason I say him is because I saw him facing off with Kai. I think that's a potential big fight. Like I want those fights. I want those fucking star-struck fucking fights where people are fucking just eyes are fucking glossing because they saw a poster of us main eventing somewhere. Those are the fights that I want. I don't need to fight Keith because he's been up, he's been down. He doesn't really have that star power. I don't need to fight Nate because same thing. Just because he was in the UFC, he doesn't have that star power. The Bekzad, the Uzmanov dude doesn't have that star power. Like Jamal Herring is honestly someone I want to fight next because I know he has that star power because he's been in there with some top dogs, big names. He's been in there with some big fights. Regardless of his record, that's someone I would definitely want to fight because that's a big fucking name and that's a big fucking that's like an oh my god moment. Like holy shit, Justin's fighting Jamel Herring. Those are the fights I want. I want people's jaws to drop when they say holy shit, you're fighting that guy, not fucking oh you're fighting fucking no offense to you Ryan, but oh you're fighting fucking Reber like the barber. Okay,
Well,
you
that
know.
that's just gonna make it. That's gonna make it hurt a lot worse when you lose to me, my G. You know what I
Ryan,
mean?
what do you
I think your mentality. I think your mentality coming into this, and it's just my opinion, is not the mentality to have, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, don't
because
worry. I'm not
because
underestimating you at all, but
let's just say you
I'm
get
confident
caught
in
and
my
you
skill.
fucking you get cut, and the fight ends on that. You know, and it's not out
I've
of your
been caught.
fucking control.
I've been caught, and I come back every single time. It
what do
don't
you say?
Nah,
matter. I've
What do
been
you say?
I've been head butted. I've been tackled. I've been cut. I've been
I get it,
rocked.
man. I
I've been
get it, but
stumbled.
it's you're looking at things as if I kind of felt the same way. Like, oh, if I lose, I won't be the same motherfucker I lost, and I'm still getting another crack. You know why?
Nah, nah,
Because of
nah.
who I
I'm gonna
am,
still be
because
the
of
same
how I
motherfucker.
feel.
Don't get me wrong. I just don't need to be I don't need to be I don't need to be a low end mediocre fighter. I'm gonna be the
I
same
mean,
me, win or lose. But I'm fully confident in telling myself this ain't for me. If I do lose, I'm fully confident. I don't think
cool,
there's
man.
anything. I don't
It's
think there's
gonna hurt
anything
that
wrong
much
with
more,
that.
though. It's gonna hurt that much more.
What do
Nah,
you
I
think,
don't think there will.
Ryan? What do
I hope you do have it in you to beat me. I really do because personally,
Oh, I
as a
do.
friend, as a friend, and as like a mutual guy, like I know you're fighting for something, and I know you don't want to lose. So I hope you make that story happen for yourself. And I'm gonna do the same. Like, it doesn't fucking matter to me, honestly. I'm gonna go in there and whip ass. I know I'm faster than you. I know I'm stronger than you. I know I move quicker than you. You know, I know.
What in the fuck did you
You
smoke before
you
you
don't push
got
the
on this shit,
pace. You
man?
don't push the pace, but you know,
Neither the fuck do
well,
you. But I
well,
mean,
I
like
make
I
the pace.
said,
I don't gotta
so
push the pace. I don't gotta
I
push the
mean,
pace
you
because
push
I
the
create
pace
the
with guys
pace.
that are smaller
Everyone
than
I
you, bro.
fought has
You gonna
fell
be in
into
there
my
with a
game.
monster
Everyone
every
I
time,
fought
boy.
has fell into my game. They fight
Yeah,
how
well, guess
I want
what?
them to
You talk
fight.
too much,
All
man, and
the
I ain't
shit that
falling
they
into your
train,
game,
all the
bro.
shit that they train and get ready for, that shit goes out the window when they face me
Just
because I
remember this,
control
man.
I
Just
control
rem-
your
just
movements.
remember this,
Don't
man. I've
worry.
already got
I control the
months
punches you
on
land.
you. I got
I
months
control the
on you.
punches you land. You don't got months on me.
I
I've
got
been fucking training
I got
since my
months
fight.
on you.
I've been
Got
fucking training.
months
See,
on
I'm
you.
already in your fucking head. You think I took
I
time
got
off?
months
I've
on
been
you.
training since July. As soon as the fight ended, I've been fucking training.
I hope
All
so.
that shit you see on Instagram, see, you're
I
falling
hope
for it.
so.
I already got
I
you in
don't
my
even
fucking
look for
pocket.
it.
Hold
It
on, let
gets
me pull you
presented
out.
to me. I don't
Look, you're
give
the
a
little
fuck about
Irish
none of
man
that.
I just got sitting on top
All
of
that little
right in my
insecurity
pocket. Boom.
bullshit you be posting like I'm this and I'm that, I'm this. You don't hear me saying none of that because I know who the fuck I am. That doesn't need to be said. It's gonna be
I'm
shown.
fucking,
You know,
I know
when
who
that
I
mic
am.
fucking turn on, I'm gonna show it. So,
I
you
know
know,
who the
and
fuck I am. I don't gotta say
I
shit.
hope
I feel
so.
like I'm the most humble one
Come
on the
December
roster.
5th, bring it. That's all I gotta fucking
I'm
say.
gonna
Come
bring
December
it.
5th,
I'm
bring it,
gonna
and
bring
we're
it. I'm
gonna
gonna have
fucking
fun with
talk
it
some G.
too. That's right. I just want if I was actually serious, that should go to tell you that should give you better hope. The more serious I am about a fight, the better you should feel about winning because that's just not my style. When you got me goofy, laughing, having fun in there, that's when you should be worried. That's when you should be
I
worried.
mean, whatever, bro. I'm not. I've been in there with fucking real killers, bro. Real
That's all right. Me
attempted murder
too.
killers. All right,
Me too. Like
motherfucker.
I said, I've been in the ring.
I
I've been in the ring with guys better than fucking 90% of the guys in the BKFC roster. And like I said before, I take my losses in the fucking gym. I've taken 100 losses already before our fight even started. I already lost fucking 20 times in the last 6 weeks. I ain't losing
good,
again on fucking fight night. That's when I win. I've been taking my
good.
losses. See, that's your problem. You want to win in the gym. That's why you're gonna fucking lose. You want to win in the
Why?
gym.
Because
I
you
never
said
win
so.
in the gym. I never want to win in the
Who
gym.
said? Who said I
I
wanted
never
to
want
win
to
in
win
the
in the
gym?
gym.
I go in there to
I
just
know you
work.
do. You go
You've
in
never
talking
seen my
about I
sparring.
did
You've never seen
eight
what
to
I
ten
do.
rounds with these killers. I'm over here saying, yeah, I did 4 to 6 rounds with these killers and they fucked me up. That's what I'm going
Yeah.
for.
Well, guess
That's
what?
how
You
I
know who the
train.
dedication is?
That's how
You
I
know who the
train. And
dedication
I
is?
told you, and I told All In's cameraman who showed up to my sparring, I said send Ryan the tapes. I said send him all the bad tapes. A matter of fact, is what I told your cameraman.
I
I
don't
said send him
listen.
all the bad tapes because it doesn't matter what the fuck you see online. It doesn't matter what I see because when we're eye to eye, fucking shit's moving left and right and shit's coming in and out. You're gonna be like, oh shit, what the fuck? That's not what I
You
saw on
think so?
Instagram.
You think so until you run into this right
Oh,
here,
I
my
know
boy.
shit. I know that shit. Trust me, I eat shit. You can hit me as hard as you fucking want. I eat shit. I'm the most
Okay.
composed person on the roster. You can fucking break my jaw, and I'm gonna look at you with a dead fucking poker face, like nothing just happened, and that's gonna fucking crush you on the inside. You're gonna feel like you had nothing behind that punch. I'm telling you,
It's
you're
not
not
though,
gonna
my
fuck.
friend,
You
because the
can't get
first
a
punch I
rise
hit
out of
Fred
me
with,
in
I
the
knocked his
ring.
fucking front tooth
I'm
out,
the
and
most
he ate that
composed.
shit. And you're
I'm the
right, it's a
most
little
composed.
demoralizing, but I got back in there and beat
I'm
the
the
absolute
most
shit out of
composed.
him.
Most composed. I've been in there with every single guy. The guys who want to rush me, the guys who want to knock me out, the guys who want to stay in the clinch, the guys who want to box me. I've been in with every single style and I won each fucking matchup. Each fucking matchup. I could do whatever I want. Like you said, saw against Roberto. You saw against Roberto, I could lay back and fucking win an easy split decision. Not my problem. You saw me with Abdiel. You saw me with
Arguably, maybe it
Abdiel.
wasn't
You
too
saw me with
easy. That was
Abdiel,
maybe a
who was
split
pressing me,
decision.
coming in and out, and I had to knock his ass in the second round. You saw me with Justin Street, who was a technical boxer, and I beat
Justin
him to the
Street beat
punch
you.
every time. He didn't beat me. I can
Justin
tell you
beat you.
that. And I was fucking off. And I was fucking off
Justin
that
beat
fight.
you.
That was my most
Hey,
indisciplined
you
camp.
name. I had one super close fight, and then I guess Quentin Floyd because I was kind of in your same situation where I didn't really even want to fight him. You know what I mean? And I asked that motherfucker. I said, "Who's better, me or
Exactly.
Justin?" He said, "Oh, you was definitely better, bro." And that's coming
Good
from
for
your
him. What's
opponent,
that
dog.
mean? You know
I
what he
mean,
said
I'm
to
just
me when
saying,
I,
bro.
you
I'm
know what
just
he came
saying,
up to
bro.
me and said when I was fucking launching those right hands on him. Oh shit, you almost got me with those right hands. Those were so hard. And now he's fucking talking shit on Instagram like he wasn't just the nicest dude after our fight. That guy's a fake
I'm sure.
motherfucker. And hey, he's the one guy I can actually say I don't fucking like in BKFC because he went behind my back and he tried acting nice after our fight. And then started talking his shit online, all disrespectful. Like you just told me you respected me behind the curtains, and now you over here online getting off of everybody's dick. Fuck
I
you.
mean, because you don't know how
And I
these
wouldn't
fighters are
trust the
gonna
thing
do,
he
bro.
said. The only
It's
reason I'm
fake
telling you
shit.
that is because I wouldn't trust the thing that he told you. So if he's
I
telling
mean,
you,
I
he's
like I
probably
said, I
lying
take
to your
everything
ass.
with
I
a
can
grain
tell
of
you
salt,
that.
bro. I mean,
Hey, I
you
will
think I'm
tell
gonna
you
base
what.
my
I will tell you what.
my
I
performance
fought
off
that
of you
guy on
telling
my
me you're
second
crazy?
fight. My second fight, I fought that guy. And after a fucking demoralizing first fight, I fought this guy. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I was fucking intimidated. That was the most intimidated I felt. That was at the lowest low I've been. It's the most depressed and the most self doubt I've ever encountered. And I still said, you know what? Fuck it. God has my back. I'm gonna fucking go in there. I don't care if I lose. If I lose, it's done. And same thing. Same thing. That same mindset I have going against you. If I lost to this guy, you guys, he would have ended my career. I wouldn't have been fighting for the BKFC again because I don't need it. I don't need that unless I'm there to be the fucking best at the top, the best rising star. That's the only reason I'm in this game. The moment that fucking momentum goes, I'm out. I'm in and out. I'm in to get as much benefit as I can,
Well,
and then
look,
I'm fucking out.
all I gotta say is you got about I don't know what four more weeks to pick a new career.
I got my career.
Is what it sounds like.
I'm fine. There's other ways I'm
I
making
mean,
money. Don't worry.
you already gonna quit after I beat you, dog. So what? I mean, I don't know. I think the Delray Boxing Beach Club is a nice place to work.
Yeah, that's my gym, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
That's my gig.
we just got some real stuff here in the last 10 minutes. That's okay. We got
Well,
some
I'm just
juice.
saying. I'm saying this as a message to how serious I am. I know you guys might be taking it as all fun, goofy, but this is how fucking serious I am, and I'm not playing no games. That's what I mean by this message. It's not to take credit from you. It's not to
Bro,
say that I'm
bro,
going into this.
you
It's
act like we're gonna go in there and bare knuckle fight or something. Hey
That's
man, I
fun.
fucking
No, but
love it,
dead
bro. I
serious.
hope your ass
It's
brings it,
love.
bro, because I'm
It's
coming to
love.
fucking
And
bring it.
look, like I said, I hope you fulfill your needs and win the fight. I hope I fulfill my needs and win the fight. Someone has to walk out there victorious. I hope it's either one of us, and honestly, it's going to be me. But I'm just saying, you know, this is I'm not I haven't been talking like this in no sense of disrespect. It's just how serious I am. I'm not taking credit away from you. I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and whoop your ass. I'm completely aware of what you can bring. I'm completely aware, like I said in the beginning of the interview, any of these guys have the power to knock me out. I'm completely aware that you could be the one to do that. I'm completely aware that you could be the person to take me off this winning streak. And it's not that I'm saying all these things to fuck off and discredit you or underestimate you. It's just a sign of how serious I am. This is do or die for me. It's all or nothing. So I'm not saying it to say I don't care about the fight. I'm saying it to say this is how much I do care. And that should be that should be really scary for you because I'm never like that in any of my fights. I don't care. Those other fights I never cared about actually. I was always like, I don't give a fuck, ate whatever I want, was cutting six fucking 25 pounds 2 weeks before my fight. I didn't care about those fights, and obviously, the ones that you saw, I paid for. But this is a whole different story, bro. I'm right next to fight weight already. I've never been this close to fight weight this far out. I've never been this fucking lean, this fucking conditioned, this far out. Like I'm always struggling my last
Well,
two
you
weeks to get
obviously
all
ain't
the
never
work
been
in.
that goddamn ugly either, man. What the fuck you having to your beard, bro? Jesus Christ, you going
Come
through it,
on,
boy.
man. They like the chiseled chin. Don't be mad. I got the chiseled
Bro,
chin. You got to keep that
I had to
beard.
double take one of your pictures. I'm like, who the fuck is that kid in the middle of all them dudes that I know? I'm like, oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
yo,
Hey, you
fellas.
know who I'm trading with, so it's all good.
Yo, yo, fellas. I always want to give you guys an opportunity to talk about your fight teams and your camps, your management. Ryan, talk about your fight, your camp, and the people that help you all in and the guys that you work with.
Man, I mean, Alden's been great up to this point, Vic. I had to put I had to put the fire underneath him to tell him we ain't fucking fighting for no tournament. If you could do what you say you could do, let's make this shit happen. He made it happen. Shout out to him, man. Um, Shout out to Sam over there, man. She makes my life a whole hell of a lot easier. You know, I got my sponsors, a couple of them. Chris from Full Blast, Mike from Full Blast, my boy Jeff Meeks. Man, them dudes really take care of me. I got a whole other list we're not going to fucking go over right now. And then, of course, my fucking boxing coach, Munyet Flowers, trains nothing but world champions. His fucking record is 22-2, has nothing but world-class athletes coming in there to work with us. I'm so grateful and thankful for him, my coach Bo, all those guys that are helping me out, and of course all the people that really truly love and respect me. And I appreciate you haters too, because you're still paying to watch this fucking fight. Keep paying, man. I appreciate all you guys. Justin, I appreciate your ass for fucking taking the goddamn fight with everything you got going on. You a real one for that. I can't say that. And you know, I think your mindset's a little bit fucking crazy with the whole losing shit. I don't think a loss, especially to your statue, is gonna fucking make you or break you. I think you're gonna add extra pressure by thinking like that. But hey, man, do you, bro? I'm not gonna tell you how to think, how to act, how to feel. You know what you're up against. I know what I'm up against, man. Let's fucking make shit happen come December 5th, and you know, maybe we make a trilogy out of this. Who fucking knows, baby? You know, I'm looking forward to it though, man. Just like you are, and that's really all I gotta fucking say.
Justin, talk about your team and shout out your guys and whoever you want to give props to, sponsors or whatever.
This is the best, the best start of my camp and the best. We're gonna end it. Honestly, this is the first time I actually have a full team around me. It's my ninth goddamn bare knuckle fight. I finally have a solidified team behind me. Um, you know, my first four, my first 4 to 5 bare knuckle fights, I've been training myself, hitting the bag by myself, never doing mitt work, never, never really sparring. I just went in there, um, fucking naked, basically. So my last 4 fights have been like a build up of like who to add to my team, who to be more consistent with, like really finding the fine puzzles to put together. And we did that this camp. So like I said, I started this camp really good. I have a coach who's willing to push me past that barrier, that I run from. He pushes me there anytime my hands are on my knees, anytime I'm bending over. He's there to physically lift my fucking head up. He's there to physically make sure I don't fucking pussy out on anything. So, that's a good team to have. Obviously, my strength coach, Anne Marie, she's been there since fucking day one. She's probably been the most consistent person in my, training. So, and she's a 3-time world champion, by the way, who's also my strength and conditioning coach. So not only do I get the proper, work, in the weight room, but she also guides me in the boxing as well. Like she gives me great tips, gives me great coaching. She overall gives me everything that I need. And it's just been nothing but driving an hour to training twice a day for the last 6 weeks. So this is how, like I said, like, everyone sees what they see on camera, but no one sees what I'm doing, off camera. And that's fucking spending the dollars to be at every single training session that I have, driving hours back and forth to make sure I get the training that I need, to make sure I get the sparring that I need. So, for me, there is no excuses going into this fight. For me, it's like I'm the type of person who's gonna make shit happen no matter the circumstances. If I need to get that extra day of training, I'm gonna make sure it happens. I'm not gonna rely on anybody to tell me when or when not to do something. I'm not gonna rely on anybody to fucking fight for me. I'm not gonna rely on anybody to fucking tell me when to do, what to do, why to do. Like it's all up to me at the end of the day. It's all up to my discipline and how serious I am, you know, getting those extra hours in training. So, I'm fucking beyond grateful for this camp compared to any of my last 8. Honestly, like I've I feel like I should be fighting tomorrow, not in 4 weeks, if you want to put things into perspective. So we're ready to go, man. We're ready to go.
Gentlemen, I appreciate the both of y'all, man. I thank you so very, very much. I'm gonna put their links in the bio, people. If you need you still selling tickets, guys? Are you done?
Yes.
If
Damn near
you,
gone. Damn near gone.
if you need tickets from Justin or Ryan, their Instagram will be in the bio. Any final words for people why they should buy this fight?
Man, you already know, man. Come in, tune in December 5th. It's gonna be a fucking movie. The Joy Boy tour comes to an end.
I got nothing to say.
Y'all boys be
I got
safe.
nothing to
You better
say.
be fucking training hard. Hey, Chris, have a good one, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got Justin Joyboy, Ibarrola and Ryan Reber fighting December 5th, BKFC 85 at the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You don't want to miss this fight. The weigh-ins will be at 6 p.m. the night before. That's a Thursday at Dare nightclub at the Hard Rock. That's always fun as well. But be there. Don't miss this fight, December 5th. This is for the bantamweight strap of the BKFC. And you get all your BKFC information right here at Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know me close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7.